Hola a todos. Vale, ¿qué vamos a hacer hoy? What are we going to do today? So, on the theme of Food Week, vamos a leer un artículo sobre la cocina latinoamericana. We're going to read an article about Latin American cooking. Don't worry about that little version of it there. We'll look at a bigger version in a minute. And what are we going to do? Vamos a pensar a las estrategias a usar al leer un texto. So we're going to think about the strategies to use when approaching a text. Revisar un poco de vocabulario. Revise a bit of vocabulary. Hacer un ejercicio de comprensión. We'll do a little comprehension exercise. Analizar el lenguaje. We'll have a look at the language used in the article. And to finish off, unas traducciones, a few sentences based on the text to translate. So first of all, las estrategias. These are the strategies, how to approach a reading text. When you're given a large text to read, what do? Firstly, don't panic. Secondly, get a quick idea of the gist. What's it about? Look at the pictures, have a skim read, look for cognates, and then always check for what information is given. Is there a vocab list or any explanation, like, for example, even just the words under the pictures, which help you to understand any of the vocabulary that's unfamiliar? And the next thing you need to do is see what it is you've got to find. What information are you looking for? So look at the questions. It may well be you don't need to read the whole text. You just need to find specific information in it. And once you've done all of that, you're ready to really tackle each question at a time. Vale, el vocabulario. So here's a list of vocab which will help you with the article. Either copy it into your book or learn it off by heart as we go, whatever you fancy. You're going to match the Spanish on the left to the English on the right. Por ejemplo, el queso fresco en inglés es fresh cheese. So, look at the words on the left, try to match them up with the words on the right. Pause the lesson, and when you've finished, start play again and check your answers. Okay, let's go through it. Una mezcla de sabores is a mixture of flavors, and therefore el sabor is the flavor. El arroz is rice. La gastronomía latina, Latin cuisine or gastronomy. La carne de ternera is veal meat. Las zanahorias, carrots. Un plato de pescado, a fish dish. El pollo, chicken. Una sopa, soup. Un plato suculento. Oh, I've left one out. Una cebolla, an onion. And un plato suculento is a succulent dish. Las judías are beans. Las patatas, potatoes. And la carne, meat. Okay, so that's your useful vocabulary. And here's our article. El sabor latino por Victor Mediavilla. First of all, let's remind ourselves of our strategies. So the first thing we're looking at is what's it about? So, well, obviously, you've got a chef and some food. And the title is El sabor latino, the Latin flavour. Por here means by Victor Mediavilla. Okay, so what's it about? What information is given? So you've got a good vocab list there in blue. Don't forget to look for words in it if you don't know a word. What have I got to find? So underneath you have got leer el texto, identifica las 4 frases correctas. Read the text and identify the 4 correct phrases from the 8 at the bottom. Looking at the first one. La comida latina es muy variada. So la comida, food. Latina, Latin food. es muy variada. Variada, varied. So it's unlikely at this level that they're going to have exactly the words in the text. You're looking for meaning. So it's going to be near the beginning. ¿Has probado la gastronomía latina? Con un sinfín de sabores. Now you've got sinfín in the vocab list. An endless number. Con un sinfín de sabores. With an endless number of flavors. La cocina latinoamericana disfruta de gran prestigio mundial. So it says it's got an endless number of flavors. So I would say that means it's very varied. So número uno es verdad. Number one is true. So you're going to go on like that. You're going to mark whether it's true or false. And for a little extra, correct the phrases which are falsa. Por ejemplo, número dos, no es muy conocida internacionalmente. It is not very well known internationally. So if you think that one is false, you're just going to make it into a positive. So you could say, la comida latina es muy conocida internacionalmente. Okay, something like that. All right. You're going to go through then, you're going to mark 1 to 8, are they true or false? And any that are false, you are going to write the correct statement. So pause the lesson and restart it when you've finished. Okay, let's see how you got on then. La comida latina es muy variada. We had that already as true, verdad. Número dos, no es muy conocida internacionalmente, is false, because up here it says disfruta de, which means to enjoy or to have, gran prestigio mundial. Mundial is global, so big prestige, global. Okay, well known globally. So número dos, falsa. Número tres, el ceviche es un plato bastante nuevo. Okay, so that is falsa, false. El ceviche, un plato de pescado, fue inventado en Perú hace 2000 años. So hace plus time means ago. So 2000 years ago. So it is not a new dish. So falsa, el ceviche es un plato muy antiguo. You could say it's a very old dish. Número 4. Su ingrediente principal es el pescado. So we're still talking about el ceviche, which it describes in the article as un plato de pescado. So número 4 es verdad. Number 4 is true. Número 5. El jairo es el plato nacional de Bolivia. So here we've got el jairo. Now they say this, otra joya, another jewel, de la cocina latinoamericana es el jairo boliviano. Okay, so it calls it Bolivian jairo, but it doesn't actually say it's the national dish. So this one is falsa. El jairo es un plato de Bolivia. It's a dish from Bolivia, but it's not the national dish. Número 6. Las arepas no fueron inventadas en las Islas Canarias. Arepas were not invented in the Canary Isles. Las arepas fueron exportadas a las Islas Canarias. So they were exported to the Canary Isles, which means that they weren't invented there. So número 6 es verdad, true. They weren't invented in the Canary Isles, they were exported to the Canary Isles. So you could correct that to las arepas fueron exportadas a las Islas Canarias, as it says in the text. Número 7. La bandera contiene muchas verduras distintas. La bandera dominicana, okay, combina el arroz, las judías y la carne. So it combines rice, beans and meat. So I would not say that that is a lot of different vegetables. Verduras distintas. So this one, número 7, number 7, is falsa, false. La bandera contiene las judías, contains beans, solamente, only. 8. El bori bori no es un plato vegetariano. There it is in the last paragraph. Es una sopa de harina de maíz y pollo. It's got chicken in it. So número 8 es verdad. El bori bori no es un plato vegetariano because it contiene el pollo. Contains chicken. Good. All right. I hope you're on okay with those. Let's have a look at some of the language then. We'll just whiz through these and then we'll get on to the translation. First thing I was going to pick up was has probado. Can you remember or can you recognise what tense that is in? This was something we looked at the beginning of the term. Has probado, it's the perfect tense. Have you tried? So you would have he probado, I have tried. Has probado? Have you tried? Has probado la gastronomía latina? Have you tried Latin cuisine? Next. Disfruta de. Okay, this one is in your vocab sheet there. It's just a really useful verb, this one. Disfrutar de means to enjoy or to have, to benefit from, that sort of thing. So you can say, disfruto de mi tiempo libre. I make the most of my free time. I enjoy my free time. Something like that. It's a useful verb. I just wanted to note it down for you. Okay, next. Fue inventado. Now this is the passive. You don't need to be able to form it, but you need to be able to recognise it. It's fairly straightforward because it follows the same pattern as English. So here we've got un plato de pescado que fue inventado. So that ado ending is the same as our ed ending. Fue inventado, was invented. Okay, there's a couple of other examples. Fue introducido, was introduced, and fueron exportadas, were exported. Okay, just to point it out to you so you can recognize it. Hace 2000 años, we've already looked at. Hace plus time means ago. So 2000 years ago, hace 2000 años. La Republicana Dominicana lo tiene todo. So this was just this phrase here. Si prefieres la cocina caribeña, if you prefer Caribbean cooking, la República Dominicana lo tiene todo. Literally, it has all. So it has it all. And the lo means it. So tiene, it has, lo, it, todo, all. Lo tiene todo. Last one, riquísima. This is a nice way to extend your adjectives. Instead of saying muy rico, very tasty, you can add the ísima ending onto an adjective. Riquísima means really tasty. So you can add that onto any root adjective. You'll often see it onto, for example, bueno can become buenísimo, really good. Or you could even say, mi amigo es muy cómico, very funny. Or, mi amigo es comiquísimo, extremely funny. Okay, so just watch out for that one. Ending on the end of adjective, which means extremely or very. Let's have a go at some translations based on the text. Number 1, I have tried lots of different cuisines. Use the text above to help you. So I have tried was from that first sentence. Has probado? Have you tried? So you need to adapt to that. Just have a go at that one, pause the presentation, have a go at that one, and then check your first answer, and then I'll give you a few more to try. Okay, let's see what you got. I have tried lots of different cuisines. He probado. That's the I have tried. He probado muchas gastronomías distintas. Make sure everything agrees there, feminine plural. Okay, here's a few more for you to try. 2, 3, 4, 5. And pause the presentation, and then when you've finished, check back for your answers. Okay, let's have a look. I enjoy Mexican food. Disfruto de la cocina mexicana. You could also say me gusta la cocina mexicana, but I just want you to have a go at that. Disfruto verb. Okay, Latin American food. La cocina latinoamericana contiene una mezcla de sabores. Número 4. Uno de mis platos favoritos es un plato de pescado. And número 5. Mi recomendación es las arepas que fueron inventadas en Venezuela. Again, don't worry if you got that passive, fueron inventadas, slightly wrong. It's good for you to recognize it and have a go at forming it, but don't worry if it's not perfect. Okay, that's it. So you also have this week a quiz on food and making some churros with Mrs. Facey. A few of you have had a go at the quiz already, but hopefully there's some fun stuff in there, and I look forward to seeing some pictures of you making churros. Okay, adios!